For this video, I'm going to demonstrate how to build a small starship from scratch, along with some of the thinking that goes into how one designs a ship. And then I'm going to use it to start a new career mode game. So right now I'm in the creative mode, which is basically like a sandbox mode where I can build whatever I want without any kind of monetary or resource restrictions. So to build a new ship, I'm going to click this new ship button, which will open up the ship editor. In the background, we can see there's a grid, and the grid is basically what I build my ship on top of, where I put my various rooms and hallways and weapons and thrusters and stuff like that. Now, every ship needs a kind of few different core systems, core things in order to function. The first thing it needs is a control room of some sort. There are a few different sizes of control rooms. Since I'm building a small ship, I just need a small control room. It's called a cockpit. So I'm going to build a cockpit, say right here. And right now, well, just a cockpit, my ship can't do anything, right? There's not even anyone in the ship to fly it. So the next thing any ship needs is crew. So I'm going to build a crew's quarters, say right here, right above the cockpit. Now, because I'm in creative mode, when I built the crew's quarters, it immediately spawned with a bunch of crew in it, 6 crew actually. But as we can see, there's no way for my crew to get to the cockpit. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to just add a short little hallway for them to get there. We can see immediately one of them immediately goes from the crew's quarters, walks down the hallway to the cockpit. Now, we can also see that the cockpit, the lights are out. It has no power. So another thing that every ship needs is power. So this is a small ship, so I'm going to build a small reactor. I'm going to put it right here. And we can see immediately a couple of the crew go from the crew's quarters. They walk down to the reactor, pick up a couple giant glowing power batteries, insert them into the cockpit. My ship still can't do anything yet because it doesn't have any thrusters. So I'm going to add some thrusters. I'm going to add, say, a couple standard thrusters here and here, maybe a couple of smaller thrusters here and here. Now, if I exit this, I can attempt to fly my ship around. And by just right-clicking where I want my ship to go. And we can see it's kind of struggling to fly. And that's because it doesn't have very good thrust balance. It's very difficult for my ship to kind of like maneuver from side to side. So I'm going to go back into the build mode. And I'm going to give it some more thrusters. Say, like, I'm going to give it a couple kind of wings and add some more thrusters. So I'm going to take these small two-way thrusters, add one here, one here, one here, one here. And we can see again my crew are automatically delivering batteries to the thrusters. But now if I exit out and I fly my ship around, we're going to see, because my ship has thrusters on the sides and facing forward, it is much more maneuverable. It is much better at getting to wherever I tell it to go. My ship has thrusters, but it doesn't like have any way of fighting other ships. So I'm going to give it some laser blasters. So I'm going to build a hallway to make more room for the laser blasters. I'm going to add a couple laser blasters here and here. And we can see immediately my crew go to the reactor, pick up the power batteries, and deliver them to the laser blasters, because laser blasters need power to shoot, of course. And we can also see that a couple of the crew have gone into the laser blasters to operate them. So now I have the laser blasters. I'm going to exit out. And I am in creative mode, so I can spawn in various things like asteroids. I'm just going to spawn in a small asteroid for my ship to shoot at. I'm going to tell my ship to shoot at the asteroid. And we can see the laser blasters shooting the asteroids. And we can see as the laser blasters use power, the remaining crew on my ship automatically go to the reactor, pick up the giant power batteries, and carry them to the laser blasters. 2 laser blasters, I don't think that's quite enough, so I'm going to just add another couple, say here and here. Again, my crew go and pick up the power batteries, go to the laser blasters, and drop them off. These laser blasters are pretty far from the reactor. I don't want them to have to walk as far, because if they have to walk too far, then when the laser blasters run out of power, it will take too long to get more power, and that will slow down how fast those laser blasters can shoot. So I'm going to build a power capacitor right under them, right there. And this will help because once it's full of power, then my crew won't have to walk all the way down to the reactor. They'll only have to walk to the capacitor, which is right next door. the reason I didn't put the reactor all the way up here is because the reactor is explosive. If the reactor gets destroyed, then it'll explode and take out everything near it, whereas the power capacitor is not explosive. If the power capacitor gets destroyed, then it won't take out everything else around it. Now, something I'm noticing on my ship is that it only has 6 crew. 4 of them are operating the laser blasters. 1 of them is operating the control room, which means there's only 1 crew left over. So I'm going to add another crew's bunker room right there, which gives me another couple crew. I kind of want to finish off the ship. There are a few more things I need to do. First of all, there's actually no way for my crew to get off the ship right now, which is important in the career mode, because my crew needs to get off to pick up various resources that can be salvaged from enemy ships or mined from asteroids. So I'm going to build a couple airlocks. It's good to have a couple just for redundancy, because if one gets destroyed, you still want your crew to be able to get out. Some enemy weapons, if they hit my ship, can start fires. Those being cannons, most notably. So I'm going to build a fire extinguisher, which will help my crew fight fires if any fires break out. I need some storage rooms, which are going to be where my ship stores resources that I salvage from enemy ships or mine from asteroids. And then I'm just going to add a little bit of armor in some places, like here. I think these kind of like wings are a little underprotected. They look like they're going to be easy to blow off, so I'm going to add a little armor there and there, and maybe in the back too. All right, so I'm pretty happy with how this ship is, so I'm going to go ahead and save it, and then I'm going to start a new career mode game. All right, so I've started a new career mode game, and I've chosen my ship that I just designed, the Waltonator 3000, as my starting ship. Now, if I look around, we can see, so here's my ship, and we can see there's a space station nearby, and there's a few different guard platforms that are protecting it. So the first thing I'm going to do is I want to hail this space station. So I'm going to open my comms panel and click on the space station to hail it. And we can do various things at the space station, but the first thing I want to do is I want some missions to go on. And we can see the space station has a number of bounty missions. These are some bounties for hunting down fugitives. So I'm going to accept the nearest bounty, which if I zoom out, we can see is pretty nearby. It's actually, this is the bounty area right here. So somewhere in this area, there is a pirate ship that is wanted by the local faction, and they're offering money to go destroy it. So I am going to go fly to this bounty area, which is it's right nearby, so it shouldn't take too long, but I can increase the game speed. So the bounty has showed up on my radar. It appears to be coming my way, so I'm going to right click on it to attack. And my weapons are automatically firing. Now I'm going to pause the game so I can look at the bounty, because I probably want to target specific things on this bounty. So looking at this bounty, what does it have? It has a couple laser blasters, it has a cockpit in front, it has a reactor, and it has a bunch of thrusters. I am noticing that the control room is particularly exposed. And so I'm going to right click on it to target all my weapons on their control room and unpause. Nice. So I took out their control room and defeated the bounty. My ship took some damage, it looks like, so I'm going to repair what I can. Lost one of my laser blasters, took some damage to some the other weapons, but that's okay, because it turns out I can actually profit from this bounty right now by salvaging what's left of it. So I'm going to tell my crew to salvage this bounty. And we can see they're exiting my ship through one of those airlocks that I built earlier. And they're going to dismantle the enemy ship that I just defeated. So I'm getting some steel, getting some wire coils, and also getting some enriched uranium, which is very valuable. Now, I have some resources that I can use to upgrade my ship if I want. And I would actually, I think, like some... I have 8 crew on my ship, but I'd like even more. This bar is actually telling me that it may be a couple crew short. So I'm going to use some of those resources that I just gathered from when I salvaged them from the enemy ship. I'm going to build a couple crew rooms. Then I'm maybe going to kind of like rework my armor a bit. I'm going to put some armor there instead and there. All right. So that gives me a little more room for crew. Because I'm not in creative mode, I don't get the crew instantly. I need to go back to the station. We can see I defeated this bounty and I can receive payment for it. So I can click select the bounty and click receive payment. I got 4,000 credits, a little bit of fame. Fame is nice because that's what allows me to hire more crew. The higher my fame, the more crew I can hire. I also got a little bit of faction reputation, which will, if I get enough, will give me discounts with when hiring crew and buying resources from the faction. Next is I would probably take on another mission, perhaps another bounty, or go rescue a station, or perhaps go to an asteroid field to mine asteroids. That's how Cosmoteer works. That's a little bit of the building a ship in creative mode and using it in the career mode. Thanks a lot.